Hello folks, my name is Jen. I'm from Golden State Times and we are going live right now. Confirmation from the White House is incoming. It should come in within the next few minutes. A lot of people are all hyped up about this. A lot of people are on edge about this. The left is melting. President Donald Trump, as of right now, he started tweeting for the very first time today in the last, I think, 10 minutes. He started talking about the economy. He started talking about what's going on right now in business and how businesses are coming back. So the president, again, he started tweeting. Let's see here. He tweeted really early today in the morning, just saying that Eric Trump was going to be on Fox and Friends. And then after that, he tweeted 36 minutes ago. So we are still awaiting the White House. The White House has not posted anything as of right now when it comes to the fake news awards. But we, as you guys, just like you guys, are waiting patiently, and we are excited, and we hope that they do post something, even if it's just a list of their nominees or the people that they believe should win certain awards. That would be awesome too. But we're hoping that the president actually comes out. Now, Sarah Sanders did not say that it wasn't going to happen. She said that there's going to be an announcement coming on later on today. Okay, so again, we are awaiting to see what is going to happen regarding this. Now, here at Golden State Times, we do have some people that send us some leads and some information. And they are saying the exact same thing Sarah Sanders said, the same thing that the principal or deputy press secretary said, is that there's going to be an announcement coming on later on today. So let's really quick, let's check out Twitter so you guys can see exactly what I'm talking about the excitement that this is causing. It's causing a lot of excitement, and it's pretty funny stuff what people are posting on Twitter. So as you guys can see, it's the memes are coming in like crazy. And I actually saw a post from Q saying that people should do exactly what these people are doing, putting up memes and stuff like that in order to support the president in his fight, in his battle against the fake news media. As you guys can see, a lot of people already doing it, which is a very good thing. The president did actually speak earlier today at the event where they were going to give Bob Dole an award, a congressional gold medal. That was at Capitol Hill. And the president spoke. He said that, him being from the military, he's a hero. Every single person that has ever worn the uniform is a hero. So that's a very good thing. The president did speak. It was really brief. Most of the speech was done by Vice President Mike Pence. And again, if you guys just joined us right now, we are awaiting the president. Hopefully, this fake news awards thing does go through. We really hope that it does. Thank you very much to Jason for the $5 in super chat. Again, we are awaiting the fake news awards. Just like you guys, we have gotten information that there is an announcement coming. So I'm actually keeping an eye on. I have a whole bunch of screens here, keeping an eye on press secretary, deputy press secretary, and also President Donald Trump, all of their Twitter feeds. So we will keep you guys up to date on everything that's going on. And basically, to be honest with you, that's how I feel right now. As you guys can see on the screen, that's exactly how I feel right now. Getting to see if it's actually going to happen, if it's not going to happen, what's going to come out. So that's exactly how I feel, how you guys see on your screen right now. And I'm pretty sure a lot of people, on both sides, both the fake news media and people trying to find out if it's going to come through, is feeling the exact same way. Thank you very much to this person by the name of David Brown for sharing our stream on social media. that helps the channel a lot. And it's amazing how much help we get from you guys by sharing our live stream on social media. As you guys can see, there's a bunch of posts about this. This is the fake news post on Twitter, and there's a lot of posts going on. A lot of people are asking, is it going to happen? Others are saying it's not. Others are saying that it was, the whole thing was fake news. So that's what's going on right now. Other people are trying to do polls and see who's the one that's going to win the fake news news network award. And they have CNN and Fox News, MSNBC, NBC, ABC, CBS, all of the big ones on there. So it's a pretty interesting stuff that people are posting on here. Some people from the left and the mainstream media and celebrities are trying to spoof it, or they're trying to make fun of it by saying, here, let me show you guys real quick. I saw one, I guess she's like I really don't know who she is, nor do I, I really don't follow Hollywood or movies. But she was posting that, she was the only one at the fake news awards. And she's like sitting in a couch or in like, in like one of those the red velvet seats. And she's like the only one there. Let me see if I can find it for you real quick. And see, as you guys can see, there's some people that are posting all of the different ones that should win their fake news awards. But there's one that I saw that actually, oh, thank you very much to let's see here. This is going so fast, not even funny. All right, Grethel Vargas, thank you very much. Thank you so much for your $5 on Super Chat. That helps us out immensely. Let me show you guys something real quick that maybe a lot of people don't know about our channel. If you have a certain thing on your chat, let me show you guys the chat real quick. So as you guys can see, on some of the chats, you guys can put like, you see this? You guys can put like special emoticons and smileys and stuff. There's one right there, and then there's someone else that posted one. Like I know some of the codes for it, but I completely forgot. I even forgot that this was even a thing until I noticed it right now, and I all of a sudden remembered is that you can put codes into the chat, and it becomes like certain little things. Like Pepe comes on here sometimes too. Maybe someone can show me real quick if you guys can put Pepe on there. Or see, Dylan's doing it again. But you guys can do that too. I'm going to try to put it on slow mode, but I'm running a bunch of things at one time, so just give me a minute. Thank you very much to the moderators. Carolyn Hall, I know it's going to go really, really fast, and what's it called, and you're not going to be able to catch that much stuff, but thank you so much for your support. It's okay. For today, we can chill for a little bit because it's just way too fast. Even if I put it on slow mode, it will still go really, really fast, so it's okay. All right, so let's move on. Let's see. I wish I can find it. Oh, like this is exactly how Acosta was yesterday, because he got triggered that President Trump directly to him told him to get out. And then he went on Twitter and started complaining, saying that what he did to him, meaning President Trump to Acosta, was something that you would see in a third world country. Or, in other words, an S-hole country. That's exactly what he was trying to say. So they're saying, some people are saying that Twitter is deleting something called the Great Awakening. I really do not know what the Great Awakening is. Thank you very much to Feels Good Man. Oh, yeah, that's... Okay, so Feel Good Man, that's one of the Pepe things that you can put. So Pepe would come up on the chat. Pretty awesome. Thank you very much to Conspiracy for $5 on Super Chat, and to Feels Good Man for the $5. And that all those $5, all those Super Chats helps us out immensely. So again, we're just like you guys right now, folks. We are on the edge of our seats trying to see if this is going to go through. again, we are keeping an eye on the president's Twitter. We're keeping an eye on the press secretary's Twitter. And we're also keeping an eye on the deputy press secretary's Twitter, because he was on Fox this morning or earlier today. And they asked him, what about the fake news awards? And he goes, well, there's going to be a announcement later on today. Then a couple hours later, Sarah Sanders was doing the press briefing, and the representative from Fox, he asked her, what's going to happen with the fake news awards? And she said the exact same thing. An announcement is coming later on today. We're still waiting, folks. We're just like you guys. We're still waiting. My sources, or the people that I know that are interns in or around the White House, they have really not said anything more than we really don't know. Like, they're doing the exact same thing. Like, they're on the edge of their seat just like us, folks. I really do not know what is the big secrecy out of this, but you know, just like us, just like you guys, we're waiting here too. Thank you very much to Casey for the $2. I think that's Canadian. And Kyle Shaw, thank you very much for the $5. Gary, thank you very much for the $5. Really quick, let me just look up something real quick. All right, hold on. I'm really trying to slow down the chat, folks. So just if you guys will give me just a minute, because like I said, I'm trying to figure everything out, you know, here in the back all by myself, folks. So just give me a minute while I try to figure everything out, and I'll get the chat a little bit slower. But this is something that I saw, and I've been, you know, this has been going on for at least an hour, maybe 2 hours now. People are saying that that Twitter is deleting something by the hashtag of Great Awakening and We the People tweets. So that's what they're saying. See this? That's a lot of people are talking about this. If you guys have more information on this, let me know, because I don't know what they're talking about. The Great Awakening, We the People. Maybe it has to do something with Q or something like that. I really do not know, but I want to find out. I want to also know what the heck is going on with that. You know, we're so into, you know, what's going on with the politics and going on at Capitol Hill and government shutdown, that, you know, we sometimes you know, step away for like one day off of certain sites or certain things on Twitter, and then you know, it's like completely new information that we're trying to catch up, you know. That's how it is me personally, you know. I'm like so in, you know, everything, all the information that's coming in, everything that, you know, regarding the government shutdown, if it's going to continue, and the Democrats trying to block stuff, and Republicans or rhinos trying to align themselves with the Democrats in order to block a government shutdown. So they'll have one more month to try to figure out DACA, which they can't. They absolutely can't figure out DACA. If they can't get DACA fixed by the 5th of March, count it, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, the 5th of March. If they can't get something done by then, DACA is done. The president cannot extend it. The president can't do anything other than shut it down after the 5th of March. So that's the reason why the Democrats are going crazy. That's the reason why the rhinos are trying to align themselves with the Democrats in order to aid illegal aliens through a thing that is unconstitutional in the first place. DHS Secretary Nielsen, she said yesterday, we actually reported on this yesterday. Okay, we reported on this yesterday, where she said that DACA is 100% unconstitutional. Okay, so this is all coming out as time goes by, folks. They're just trying to buy more time in order to appease their base, but they're not doing anything for their base. One thing too is that the Dow Jones Industrial Average is crossing and closed at 26,000 points for the very first time. It broke his record, I think it was like last week, or yeah, I think it was at the middle of last week at 25,000. Now it broke another record of 26,000, and it's just going to continue breaking records. Play this for us. Jason, I wish I could play stuff, but I don't know if it's copyright protected Even if it's not a big time song, some people do copyright protect their music or stuff that they did themselves. So I really can't play anything unless I'm 100% sure that it's not copyright protected. Thank you very much to Feels Good Man. Thank you very much. Also, who we got here? 2MW Fury. It says Trump once tried to sign Lawrence Taylor to a 1-year contract outside the NFL. Trump loves football, and so do we. And it says check out the stream. So yeah, thank you very much for the super chat. Let me keep going real quick. Let me see if there's any updates. How about we do that? Because that way we know exactly what the heck is going on, and we don't get screwed here. Because the last thing I want is for me to be talking here while it's going on. That's a big no-no for me, because I want to make sure that you guys get all the information and you guys get everything on time, and that way we can all watch it together, and then we can discuss it. But I always like to have the chat so that way we can have some fun at the same time that we're talking about stuff, that we're learning about stuff. That's what it's all about here at Golden State Times, is learning. Okay, we can discuss it, but at the same time you have to watch it. You have to watch it and see what's going on in full. Whenever we do our live streams like press briefings or the president's speeches or anything like that, we do not stop it to have a conversation about it in between while the president's speaking. No, from beginning to end, you get the speech here throughout the whole thing live, and then we shut it down, we upload it so other people that missed it can see it, and then we talk about it in the comments. That's how it's supposed to be. I'm not here to tell you how to think. I'm here to help you. I'm here to tell you, hey, you know what, this happened, check it out. And then you let me know. I'm not here to tell you or show you or hold your hand, because one, my personal opinion can be different from yours, and two, I'm not your daddy. So you think for yourself, you watch the footage, and you come up with your own conclusion. I can help you look for more links and stuff like that, but that's about it. That's all I can do. All right, so let me see the president's Twitter, see if there's anything going on. Let's see. Yeah, so oh, hold on, give me 1 second. One second here. Let's see here. All right, so yeah, the president, the last time he tweeted was 35 minutes ago. And let's see, Press Secretary Sarah Sanders, because she would be the one that has the information and actually would be putting it out. 2 hours ago, she tweeted, Trump economy booming, talking about the Dow Jones, and then again talking about the Dow Jones. Main Street is back, strongest holiday sales bump since the Great Recession. We actually reported on that a few days ago on our website, goldenstatetimes.com. So someone put, President Trump trolls mainstream media, wins bigly. How the swamp drain is coming. How the swamp draining, I'm sorry, is coming. Fake News Awards, it's supposed to start today. First annual, folks. A lot of people said, you know what, they should call it the Fakies. Let me know in the chat what you guys think that President Trump should have called this. There's a bunch of super chats. Hold on, give me 1 second here. All right, so 2W Fury, Chase Simons, send me Bitcoin. That's funny. Thank you very much for all of the super chat, folks. Again, I am doing like a million things at one time, and I'm trying to keep you guys informed of everything that is going on. Again, right now I'm just checking the press secretary's Twitter, along with the deputy press secretary, Saja. Hold on, give me 1 second. Okay, so yeah, so there, as of right now, there's really no new information. as you guys can see on Twitter, people are going crazy. Fake News Awards is trending on Twitter, on Facebook, on Gab, on all of the networks. It's like the #1 thing going on right now is the Fake News Awards. Now, President Trump has a history of trolling, and this is something that I love about him. And the reason I actually, started streaming at the point that I did, compared to just waiting and waiting and waiting, is for the fact that I wanted to show you guys exactly what was going on Twitter at the same time as we wait, because it's beautiful to see all this stuff. It's like a community getting together and showing information through memes. It's a beautiful thing. It's never been done before, especially when it comes to politics. But what I was getting to is that the president does have a history of trolling the press. If you guys remember, during the election time, President Trump told the press, told the mainstream media, that there was going to be a press conference, a very important press conference. And when the media actually went into the room, the press conference was that a bunch of the people that have been, that have accused Bill Clinton of sexual molestation and all that stuff was in the room. So they had no other choice but to cover it, because most of the networks were already live streaming as it was. They were on edge about what was that very important press briefing or press conference, and it ended up being a room full of accusers of Bill Clinton, a bunch of people, a bunch of women that were victims of Bill Clinton. So they had no other choice but to cover it. And I think that's one of the factors that went into President Trump having the upper hand in every single turn and being able to troll the media in order to cover stuff that, if he wouldn't have done it that way, it would have never ever even seen the light of day, or nobody would have been able to hear it and stuff like that. So he has a history of trolling, but we hope that this is trolling, but we actually get to see part of it, and the president actually does come out and says something at least. We want at least something, so that way, because it's hyped up so much, and it's already been postponed once, so that's why a lot of people are really, really excited about this. So yeah, so like right now, there's a lot of people saying, what is the biggest fake news that they have posted within the last couple of days? And I think like the whole Trump porn star thing is probably one of the worst things, other than the fact that CNN contributor, the doctor, what is his name, Dr. Gupta or something like that, saying that the president has heart disease, when the president's own physician, the physician that actually saw him, did the test, spoke with cardiologists within his hospital, said that the president is 100% healthy. The healthiest 71-year-old he has ever seen. The healthiest 71-year-old or 72-year-old now, going into 72, that his partners have ever seen. And they asked him, why do you guys think, or why do you think that the president is as healthy as you say he is? And he said, you know what? It goes down to genetics. And in reality, that's how it is sometimes, folks. Some people just have really, really good genetics. And then there's some people that have really bad genetics, and it's a shame, but that's how it is sometimes, Thank you very much to Jason Steele. I don't know if I said thank you for the $10 on Super Chat. But it says that this is how this person feels every single time that CNN is reporting. It's pretty gross. But again, I'm going to keep an eye on everything. I'm trying to keep an eye on everything that is going on within the press corps to see if it really is going to happen. We hope that it is again. Let's see if press secretary maybe. someone, let's see, give me 1 second here. Someone by the name of SZY Productions said that North Korea just launched an ICBM towards the west. I don't know. All right, hold on. It says gent slow mode so we can troll the trolls. All right, give me 1 second here. Since you guys have been waiting so patiently about the slow mode, I'll put it right now. The slow mode is going to be at first. We're going to start off 15 seconds, and then we'll go on from there. If it gets a little bit out of hand, then I'll try to tweak it again. But as of right now, we're going to start it off at 15 seconds. So that way it won't be too bad, and there'll still be at least something when it comes to slow mode. Okay, so thank you very much for all the super chats, by the way, folks. Thank you so much. Undefined says equality is a false god. Huh. That's what what's the name? Oh, undefined. That's what they said on super chat. All right, so we're gonna be moving on here. Oh, so okay, someone put something on like a side-by-side between two 70-year-olds. On one side is Bill Clinton that looks like the crypt keeper, and on the other side we have President Trump that looks as golden as always. And they look at the difference, be like, you know what, this is what one 70-year-old looks like, and this is what another one looks like. And yet they're saying that President Trump, CNN is saying that President Trump has heart disease and that Bill Clinton is in perfect health. They said this, folks. I think it was like 6 months ago. Whenever the thing is that, you know, they started saying that where was Hillary and this isn't this, CNN was talking about Bill Clinton and his health, how he was doing. And they were saying that he was in perfect health. But if you look at him, he looks skinnier every single time he's on camera, and he just looks horrible. His eyes are like all centered, and his cheeks are all sucked up, and he's in bad shape, folks. He's in bad shape. If you guys know anything or saw anything on Twitter, send it to me. Send it to me on Twitter and let me know, because as of right now, again, I'm keeping an eye on the press secretary's Twitter. I'm keeping an eye on the deputy secretary, press secretary's Twitter. I'm also keeping an eye on a whole bunch of other fake news reporters to see if they know anything. There is some of them that are actually waiting for it at the press briefing room, folks. I actually saw a picture of this. I don't know if, let's see. I think it's on the pictures. Let's see if it's on here. It might not. But there's someone from the press briefing room, and there's a bunch of reporters there waiting for the fake news awards to come through. When I saw, I wished I kept it. Dang, I should have kept all those pictures that I was talking about. But there was one where they're all sitting down, and they're all sitting down at the press briefing room, waiting for the fake news awards. It was pretty funny. Yeah, someone on the super chat said that North Korea sent over an ICBM towards the west, which, as of right now, the whole Korea thing has died down just a little bit. Let's see. It says, exclusive, President Trump accuses Russia of helping North Korea evade sanctions. The left is like praising President Trump on that speech, because they know that you see this, the left wants President Trump to have problems with North Korea, but they want those problems to be on a Democrat basis. They want the Democrats to call the shots. Godspeed, MAGA-er. said, ironic if fake news awards are fake news. Well, you know, one thing that I can say is that President Trump really does know how to make things trend. He really knows how to make sure that stuff gets out there. And that's going to be a very good thing for the future in case there's something really bad going on, or if he wants to let us know something. It's a very good thing that he's able to have that quality of being able to get the word out there and make sure it spreads like wildfire. So that's always a good thing. Okay, I'm not trying to make it seem like it's not, but when it is. But I like that the president is able to engage so many people like he has with this fake news awards. Someone by the name of Kid1986 on Super Chat said, bartender, a round of Libertard tears and all Trump supporters on me. Thank you. Well, thank you very much to all the people that have contributed through Super Chat. You guys are amazing. Thank you very much. So there's 7 more results. No, 11. Someone by the name of Shirley Mon said CNN's hysterical little boy Brian, CNN Brian Stoller, Fox News, MAGA, RNC, fake news award. So I guess they're saying that this guy should get a fake news award. A lot of people from the left are saying that President Trump trolled everybody, that the fake news awards is fake news. You know, I don't know. I don't know if it is fake news or not. We're not 100% sure. Nobody is. So that's the reason why we're here, because we're waiting and we're trying to see if it is, you know, if it is the fact that is not going to happen, or it is. We really do not know. This is something that I saw earlier today, and it was on the hashtag fake news awards. And Micah from MSNBC said, controlling what people think is our job. That's not the very first time that something like that has been said by someone in the mainstream media. If you guys can remember back in during the, I think, it had to be the first year of President Trump, the first couple months, when they were still talking about Hillary Clinton. And someone from CNN said, you know what, we did the most we could for her. On air, just like that. No shame, no nothing. Someone from CNN, an anchor on CNN, prime time, said, we did everything we could for Hillary Clinton. And it's a shame, meaning she lost. So if that's not collusion, I really do not know what really is collusion. It had to be collusion. Someone sent me a post, I guess this is from Q. It says, quick rundown. Phase 1 is pushing Great Awakening, We the People, early Wednesday morning. When Twitter kills it, switch to Phase 2, Fake News Awards. Plus, President Trump should be tweeting about that during the evening, I suspect, which means it will trend no matter what. We set the ground stage for that. Phase 3 can be done Wednesday night onwards. We hijack other trending hashtags and post somewhat related images and memes to red pill unsuspecting normies. So that's what someone sent me on someone sent me that on Twitter. I don't know if for sure. A lot of people are saying that they're like us, you know, and we're trying to make a trend. And I think, remember what I told you guys, that this is exactly what President Trump is trying to do. He's trying to make sure that his base starts trending stuff, folks. That's how we go past the censors. That's how we go past the shadow banning. That's how we go past everything that these people, from Google to YouTube to Twitter and Facebook, you can't stop it. Their algorithms will shut down if it gets overloaded, like it has been regarding this fake news awards. Now, Will the president come out and say something? Will the president post anything on his Twitter? Will the press secretary do anything? We still do not know. Don't get me wrong. We really want this to happen, just like anybody else. Okay? So we're going to continue being here at Golden State Times, and we're going to continue doing this, and we're going to see how far we can go to see if anything is going to come out. I'm keeping an eye on everything for you guys. If you guys know something that we don't, then let me know on Twitter. So a lot of people are posting, let's see, what does President Trump mean when he says fake news? Could he really mean Operation Mockingbird? Operation Mockingbird is a very, very, very old operation. A lot of people, I don't know if you do know what Mockingbird is. Let's say Operation. So Operation Mockingbird is a large-scale program of the United States Central Intelligence Agency that began in the early 50s to attempt to manipulate news media for propaganda purposes. They've been doing that forever. Operation Mockingbird is nothing new. It was done during the 50s when they hired Disney to do a whole bunch of cartoons regarding Stalin and whoever else we were fighting at the time. Now, was all that fake news and was all that fake? I don't know. Maybe it could be mixed of some real stuff, some fake stuff. But the whole Operation Mockingbird stuff has been going on forever, folks. This is nothing new. Operation Mockingbird is absolutely nothing new. Someone put, let's see. Thank you very much, Brian Whelan, for the $5 in Super Chat. Thank you very much to Undefined. It says, U.S. Senate just established a new law titled Justice for Uncompensated Survivors today. It says that obliges the U.S. government to force countries that signed the Teresian Declaration to give property back to the Jewish people. It says, you being slid, Anons. Atheist in Alabama said, thanks, Jen and Mods. Much love to the GST family. Make America great again, y'all. Thank you very much to all the people that are on our super chat. Thank you so much for all of your contributions. CNN hires K-File before election to specifically for the specific purpose of bashing President Trump. Oh, if you guys can remember this is completely fake news. Look, it's like if they're making a movie or a commercial. I'm going to say a commercial. Look at this. They're telling people what to do. They're telling people where to stand. They're positioning papers around and they're telling people what to do on this. Now, let me tell you guys a little story real quick. I used to have a friend in high school. And that friend was, where was he from? He was from like some Central American country. And in Central America, they have something called UNICEF. And basically what UNICEF is like a, it's kind of like the Red Cross, I guess, or some kind of like charity thing for like disprivileged people in third world countries that are like dirt poor and stuff like that. But this guy, he came from a family that had a business. So, they weren't poor at all, right? So, when his mom had him, she was very young. And the family didn't want to take care of him. Whatever. They didn't want to take her. So, she needed some money. And some people from UNICEF came up to her and said, hey, you know what? I'll give you an X amount of money. We're going to use your kid. We're going to dress them up. We're going to, put them in front of a scenario, and we're going to act like if he's really poor. They told her the whole 9 yards, the whole thing. So they grabbed them, they prepped them, they shot the thing, and then they put it up as a commercial here in the United States. You see, and it wasn't until years later that the mom was flipping through the channels and saw the commercial of her son on the UNICEF thing for them asking for money. It's fake. It's always been fake. It's always been like exactly like this. It's always been like this, folks. Don't think that none of this is new. They've been doing this crap for years and years and years and years. It's always been fake. Every single part of it. Thank you very much to Anxiety Fighter for sharing our stream on social media. Here, let's see if there's anything else going on here real quick as we move on. And really quick, let me check one more time to make sure that we are up to date on everything, because like I said, this is trending so bad right now, it's not even funny. And that's basically what we wanted since the very beginnings, to make sure that this trends, to make sure that this goes through. People are sending me stuff on, let's see here. It says, by the time that I'm done with you liberals, you'll be begging me to go play golf. You know what? Oh my God, that's like so true. Honestly, by the third year of the president's, of the first term of his presidency, the liberals are going to have a different tune. They have to. They're going to have no choice. By the sixth year, the liberals are going to be begging President Trump to be playing more golf. They're going to be begging him to go to Mar-a-Lago and go to New York and to stay away from the White House. Because, like he says, we're going to be winning so much. I actually got a call the other day, because they know that, you know, I cover the president and all that stuff. I got a call from someone, and they go, you know what, man? I hated Trump. I hated Trump with a passion because of everything that I saw. But now I'm going to get a pay raise at my job. I'm going to get more opportunities because they're going to be paying for college classes, community college classes that I can actually take advantage of. And on top of that, they're going to give me $1,000 bonus. And they're saying that next year it could be a little bit more. And I told them, well, okay, so other than that, what else would have changed your mind about the president if it wasn't that you got a raise and stuff like that? And he goes, well, to be honest with you, I don't follow politics because I don't believe it actually impacts me directly. But this definitely impacted me directly. Not only me, my family, my kids, my wife, my other family members that I have. They're also in the same scenario as me, that are going to get a, you know, they're going to get a raise. They're going to get a you know, more opportunity, paid parent leave, all that stuff for both parents. You know, that I feel, someone that doesn't follow politics, that impacted me directly. And it's true. And that's exactly what the president is talking about. He's going to say, you know what? For those that don't follow politics or don't know what's going on, I'm going to give you something that is going to impact you directly, that is going to help you, help your family, help family members. Everybody should benefit off of this. All of the mainstream media said it wouldn't happen. Nobody will get raises. Nobody will get blah, blah, blah. The Democrats have been trying to raise the wages for different companies. They've been complaining. They've been crying. They've been protesting. They've been doing this. They've been doing that for the last, 2-3 years. Nothing has happened. The president passes tax cuts, and all of a sudden companies left and right, Capital One, Wells Fargo, AT&T, airliner companies, they saying, you know what, we're going from $10 minimum wage to 12 to 14 till 16. We're giving $1,000 bonuses to 100,000 people. We're giving this, we're giving that. And one thing that got me very angry is stupid Pelosi going out and saying that those were crumbs. And I think that got a lot of people very angry of her calling it a crumb. Of you getting $1,000 that you would have never gotten if it wasn't for the tax cuts. That it's crumbs that they're giving you $2 more on your paycheck per hour that you would have never gotten if it wasn't for the tax cuts. For some people, 50 cents would have been something. 50 cents would have been good for some people. But some people are getting up to $3, $4 as a pay raise. And is it fair on all scenarios? No, there's some scenarios where it's not fair because let's say you've been working at a job for, I don't know, 10 years and you're getting paid at 16 and then all of a sudden the minimum wage goes up to 16. Well, I hope that the company that you're working for is going to raise your wage too along with everybody else's, because if they do, then it's a very good thing for everybody. But if they don't, then you're working for a crappy company, and that's the end of that. All right, so let's see. Let me check the press secretary. Press secretary Sarah Sanders. Let's see real quick. Okay. President Donald Trump. It says, you must never say anything nice or good about President Trump. You must stay on the goal or showing your hate for him and his supporters. Never listen to the truth. Yep, that's CNN for you. That's exactly CNN for you. A lot of people are saying, you know what, CNN is, every single day, CNN is separating themselves from news reporting more and more. It's starting to look more like a Democrat PAC over there at CNN than a news organization. They are like the loudspeaker for the Democratic Party, is what it's starting to look like more and more. Okay, so it's really disgusting to see. Okay, and I'm pretty sure that myself and a lot of other people don't want CNN to be kissing President Trump's ass. Nobody wants that. What they want is the people want CNN and other news networks to cover the facts, to cover everything that is going on, both good and bad. They need to show that there is good things happening. But at the same time, they also need to show the bad things that are happening. That's what news reporting is. Going after the truth. And what is the truth right now? The truth is that people are getting jobs. The truth is that manufacturing companies are coming over to the United States. The truth is that manufacturing companies are saying, you know what, when we moved to Mexico, it was a very bad mistake. So now we're moving back to the US. The truth is that people are getting raises and people are getting, incentives and people are getting bonuses. That is what the truth is. Because it's coming out of the companies themselves. It's not like, unnamed sources, like what the mainstream media tries to say whenever they lie about the president, saying that he said S-hole to a bunch of countries. The only one that's saying that is true is the Democrats and one rhino. The rest of the people, the other two senators or lawmakers that were there said, nope, not even true. Everybody else. DHS Secretary Nielsen said, nope, that's not true. Everybody was using vulgar language, but what they're saying that the president said is absolutely not true. And she was under oath too, folks. I think they took it off of... here, let's see if they took fake news awards off of trending on Twitter. Is it still trending or not yet? No, it's still trending as of right now. Yeah, it's still trending as of right now. Lindsey Graham confirmed it. That's the biggest joke I've ever heard. Lindsey Graham confirmed it. Okay, well, if you want to listen to Lindsey Graham, then go ahead. Doesn't really matter to me. Oh, it's saying that if you fix the number you're searching for, then you'll get a lot more results from fake news awards. No, that's fine. It says, what does it say? Let's have our own awards. Best fake news memes wins. That's funny. Here, let's see what else we can find regarding this fake news award. The true story of fake news. Great awakening, we the people. Fake news awards. Could you approve healthcare? Education, Social Security. What else is going on here? This is actually a really good picture. These people are already gone, but as you can see, just the president is just chilling. See that? The president's just chilling. Yeah, this is funny. Nana goes to prison. Here, let me move it to the next one. All right, so I'm keeping an eye on the president's Twitter. Again, like I said, I'm keeping an eye on everything for you. Just give me a second here while I'm going to check out everything for you guys. I'm going to be back on the microphone in just a few minutes. As soon as I get more information, I'll be back on the microphone for you guys, giving you guys more updates and making sure that you guys stay up to date on everything. So that way we don't miss anything, and we'll stay up to date on everything. All right, so give me a few minutes. I'll be back on the microphone in just a few minutes, and we'll go on from there. Alright, so as you guys can see, I put the president's Twitter and also the press secretary's Twitter up on the screen here. This is the press secretary. This is the last thing she retweeted about President Trump saying Main Street is back. An hour ago, she tweeted to Pelosi saying that this was crumbs, talking about Apple giving $2,500 bonuses to employees after tax reform. And they're also saying that they're going to be giving people raises. That's a very good thing. Trump economy booming 3 hours ago. That's also what she said. And when it comes to the president, this is the president's Twitter, and he tweeted an hour ago talking about Main Street is back, strongest holiday sales bump. Talking about also bringing businesses back to the country, saying that Chrysler is moving operations to the Ram trucks production from Mexico to Michigan, where they're going to hire a whole bunch of new American workers. President Trump also said that I promised that my policies would allow companies like Apple to bring massive amounts of money back to the United States. Great to see Apple follow through as a result of the tax cuts. Huge win for American workers and the USA. So this is when the president was talking. He gave a little brief speech regarding Bob Dole as he was getting the Congressional Gold Medal. And then this is the very first tweet that he did for today, where he said that Eric Trump was on Fox and Friends. He was on Fox and Friends earlier this morning talking about how the president did not see color. If the president did see any type of color, will be the color green. And that's the only color that he can see is the color green. So that's what he said. And then we're also updating here on Fake News Award, the hashtag on Twitter. And as you guys can see, the hashtag on Twitter is starting to slow down. Now, why? Why is it slowing down? It could be shadow banning. We don't know 100% why it's starting to kind of like go down a little bit. Not as many posts are going to the hashtag Fake News Award. This is when President Trump was saying that CNN is very fake news. You are fake news. We the People, iHeart Awards, Great Awakening, The Storm Has Arrived. Hold on, this is pretty interesting. All right, so let's see what this has to say. So it says that, oh, this is from Q, and it says, blunt indirect time. Adam Schiff is a traitor to our country. Leaker, national security, evil, TikTok. Hope the 7.8 million was worth it. Enjoy the show. Q. You guys see this? Now, a lot of the stuff from Q, I take it at face value. I'm not, you know, I don't get involved that much into whatever Q post, but it's always interesting to see stuff like that. It's interesting to see up all that stuff, but I never really get really into it and see what's going on with that. I wish I had the time. If I had the time, I would definitely look into stuff like that, but you know, mostly I don't have the time. Look at Obama has moves, huh? Oh, yeah, this was hilarious. This was probably like the biggest fake news ever. Oh, remember when Obama said, what type of magic wand does Trump have to bring back jobs, to raise wages, and to make sure the economy goes back up? Well, guess what? The president doesn't have a magic wand. What he has is a brain. And his brain actually works. According to the doctor, he's the smartest man. He's very, very smart. He's a very, very smart man with excellent genes. You know, I didn't say that. That was the president's doctor. Maxine Williams. I would like you guys to meet Maxine Williams, the new Fox News host. Oh, here we go. It says hard-hitting reporting by the fake news. Maggie, what is this? Maggie Heberman from the New York Times said, reminder that earlier physical decades ago put Trump at a height of 6'2". The 6'3" height make a difference on his BMI for overweight to obese. And this is exactly what I was talking about yesterday. That they were going to find anything, any little thing to start you know, spewing out their fake news. They're saying that by one is going to make a difference in his BMI from going from overweight, which the president is in an overweight category, but he's definitely not obese. Again, the president is around 6'2", 6'3", and he weighs 239 pounds. I'm a height of around 5'9", 5'10", and I weigh 165. So technically I'm in a good weight, but if I go up 10 pounds, I'm overweight. If I go up 20 pounds, I'm obese. So someone put to Donald Trump for calling out CNN as the fake news that it is, and it is 100% fake news. Oh, here we go. Here's Triggered Acosta. Always getting triggered about one thing or the other. That's how he always is. Oh, okay, so Bo Stoker says that I'm currently searching the wrong thing, but I didn't search it. I clicked whatever is trending right now on Twitter. Just letting you know. I didn't actually put in fake news award. I just clicked on what's trending on Twitter right now. Says, for your consideration in the category of best betrayal on your party and giving comfort and substance to the opposition party, and it goes to Jeff Flake. Or how President Trump calls him, Jeff Flaky. Lou Dobbs of Fox says, Rhino gone mad. Clueless Senator Jeff Flake needs a history lesson after delivering unhinged, insulting speech comparing President Donald Trump to Joseph Stalin. Press Secretary Sarah Sanders actually talked about this earlier today at the press briefing. Here, let me show you guys real quick what she had to say, so that way you guys know what's going on. And that's where she actually said that there's going to be an update later on today about what's going on with the fake news award. So here, let's watch that real quick, so that way you guys stay up to date. If you guys saw it, then share it. If you guys didn't see it, then enjoy. I'll put it up on your screen right now.
He is the only...
Sarah, there have been some suggestions in the media today that the president does in fact suffer from heart disease, that his weight is larger than was indicated yesterday. Does the White House stand by Dr. Jackson's report?
Absolutely. Dr. Jackson has been a White House physician for the last 12 years, trusted by Presidents Bush, President Obama, and now President Trump. He is the only doctor that has weighed in on this matter, that has actually examined the president. And so I think a doctor that has spent the amount of time with the president, as Dr. Jackson has, is not only the most qualified, but the only credible source when it comes to diagnosing any health concerns. And we support what he said yesterday 100%, that the president is in excellent health. And I think he exhausted just about every question that you guys have, and showed probably that he's in pretty good health too, to stand up here for an hour and take questions. John?
Not too long ago, Senator Jeff Flake of Arizona took the Senate floor to again denounce the president, this time likening him to Stalin in his approach toward the media, saying that he's inspired dictators the world over. This is of a pair with a statement from Senator John McCain, saying that the president should stop attacking the press. At some point today, you're supposed to give out fake news awards. What do you think of what Senators Flake and McCain have said, and what's up with the awards?
in response to Senator Flake specifically, I found it quite interesting that he is coming out to attack this president, considering he's one that was recently defending an actually oppressive regime. He went to Cuba a few weeks ago and served as a mouthpiece for the oppressive Cuban government. He's not criticizing the president because he's against oppression. He's criticizing the president because he has terrible poll numbers. And he is, I think, looking for some attention. I think it's unfortunate. And certainly, I think our position here at the White House is that we welcome access to the media every day. I'm standing right here taking questions. The president does so regularly, and to act as if we're anything but open to that back and forth exchange is utterly ridiculous.
What about following on what Senator McCain said and then the awards today?
I haven't had a chance to read all of what Senator McCain said.
And the awards?
We'll keep you guys posted. It'll be something later today. Margaret.
We'll be looking for that. Sarah.
I know you're all waiting to see if you are big winners, I'm sure.
Indeed. There's been frustration from both Republicans and Democrats who were in the room yesterday with Steve Bannon when he was being asked about some of the claims that he's made about this administration and the president's family. But specifically, some of the criticism has been aimed at the White House because of guidance that has supposedly been given as to what can and cannot be said, specific topics that are off limit, and the scope of executive privilege. Without getting into the details of that, can you at least define for us what the White House is telling attorneys falls into the scope of executive privilege here?
Yeah, I can tell you that this White House is following the same practice that many White Houses before us have that have gone back decades, that there is a process that you go through. Anytime you have congressional inquiries touching upon White House, the Congress should consult with the White House prior to obtaining confidential material. This is part of a judicial recognized process. We want to follow through that. We've been fully cooperative with the ongoing investigations, and we're going to continue to do so. And we encourage the committees to work with us to find the appropriate accommodation in order to ensure Congress obtains all the information that they're looking for. But there's a process this works through, and it's not just isolated to this instance. Executive privilege is something that goes back decades because it's something that needs to be protected, whether it's during this administration or 20 years from now. We want to make sure we follow the process and the precedent, and that's all that's taking place here.
Allegations that the scope of that executive privilege, not just the time in the administration, but time after and during the transition, is broader than it has been in past administrations.
I can't speak to the details of that. I can simply talk about the process and that we're following the same process and past practice of previous administrations.
And are there off-limit categories that the White House?
Again, I can't get into the details. I can only discuss the process. Ashley.
Thank you. Following on that question, there's a news report out today that Steve Bannon's attorney was relaying the questions he was asked by the Senate Intel Committee in real time to the White House. And so my questions are, who was he relaying the questions to? Is that something the White House specifically asked his attorney to do? And if so, why did the White House think that was a necessary step in handling Bannon's testimony?
That's the same process that is typically followed. Sometimes they actually have a White House attorney present in the room. This time it was something that was relayed via phone, and again was following standard procedure for an instance like this, and something that will likely happen again.
All right, folks, so all right, so the president actually did tweet something right now, and we're trying to get it. Hold on one second while I get this real quick. All right, so, and the fake news winners are, let me put it up on your screen. Give me 1 second here. All right, so the president just tweeted this right now, and it says, and the fake news winners are, I hope I can get, there's so many people going to it right now that it's crashing, folks. That's what's going on right now. There's so many people going on to this that it's completely crashing their servers. Come on, come on, come on. Let's get through. Come on, folks. Who has anybody been able to get through? A lot of people are putting it on Twitter right now that they cannot get through. I think this wasn't the best way to do it, President Trump. Look at this. The servers are really, really getting overloaded, folks. Has anybody been able to get through? Because the servers are not going through, folks. Let's see what people are saying. Let's see if we can get through at some point. So let's see. President Trump has one special interest. The American people. I'm watching now. Look at this. This site is temporarily offline. We are working to bring it back up. Please try later. So it's like overloading the servers. Let's see. Press secretary. Did she put up anything yet? Has anybody been able to get through? Let me know if someone has been able to get through. Send me a link on on Twitter if you guys have another link for this. Send it to me on Twitter, GST_politics. Send it to me so that way we can get through, because it's just not going through, folks. It's saying that it's saying try again later. They're gonna break Twitter too. Watch, it's gonna shut stuff down. Oh my god. Has anybody been able to get through? Let me know. I got a 404. Awesome. Russia did it. They're going to crash. They crashed everything, folks. It's not even going to go through. I hope that I'm able to go through. I really do hope that I'm able to go through. I think the rest of the time here on the stream is going to be me trying to get through and hoping that it doesn't crash, which it just did again. Look at this. This site is temporarily offline. We're working to bring it back up. Has anybody been trying, or let's see, hold on. Let's see here. People are not talking about, hold on, let's see, fake news awards. The server is down. See, I'm telling you, folks, the thing is so much that the server is just like overloading, folks. It's overloading. It's not even funny how overloaded it is. I actually have one of my IT guys looking to see how overloaded it is, and it's crazy stuff. I'm telling you, but this is the one that's going to win the most out of the fake news, folks. Because Little Acosta is the worst one out of all of them. Oh, here we go. Here's the president said. It says, despite some very corrupt and dishonest media coverage, there are many great reporters I respect and lots of good news for the American people to be proud of. So that's what the president said. And I'm still trying to get through, folks. The service is just way overloaded. And I don't know if we're going to be able to get through, but I'm going to try to get information for you folks. Maybe someone did a screenshot before it actually overloaded. I don't know. It says Russia crashed the fake news awards. That's exactly what they're going to say. That's exactly what they're going to say. If anybody has, here, let me see if there's anybody on Twitter that maybe can help me on here. If they caught a screenshot of it or something. If you guys were able to catch a screenshot, then send it to me, because I really want to see this and everything is just crashing all over the place. Let's see. All the servers are shot. The link, someone send me another link on Twitter, but it's also not working. Hold on. I just don't want to see. Here we go. Okay. So we're going to leave it right here until we actually figure out what the heck is going on. Let's see. Tweeted awards of this page. Someone send me something. Hold on. Okay, so it says below are the winners of the 2017 Fake News Awards. The New York Times, Paul Krugman claimed the day of President Trump's historic landslide victory that the economy will never recover. So that's what someone sent me on Twitter. But I'm still trying to get in, folks. I'm still trying to get in. Let's see if they're able to. Let's try it one more time. Oh, here we go. Okay, say 2017 year of unrelated bias, unfair marketing. All right, let me put this up on the screen. Someone actually sent me, this is amazing. Okay, so someone actually sent me a screenshot of a Wayback Machine link. Oh, no, I'm sorry, web.archive.org page of the post. This is really, really amazing. Thank you very much to, let's see who sent me this. Thank you so much to Amy Trump on here. I'm going to follow you. Okay, so it says the highly anticipated, here, let me put it on the other screen so you guys can see it in full. Give me 1 second here. So you guys can see it in full. And hopefully it goes back. All right, so give me 1 sec. I'll put it up on your screen right now. All right, here we go. So it says the highly anticipated 2017 Fake News Awards. So it's starting, folks. And it says that the year 2017 was a year. Give me 1 second. Where'd it go? I'm going to be putting it over here so I can actually read it because I'm like going off to the side and then the microphone's on the wrong area. All right, so it says 2017 was a year of unrelenting bias, unfair news coverage, and even downright fake news. Studies have shown that over 90% of the media's coverage of President Trump is negative. Below are the winners of the 2017 Fake News Awards. So again, let me record this real quick. So, welcome to the Fake News Awards. In 2017 was a year of unrelenting bias, unfair news coverage, and even downright fake news. Studies have shown that over 90% of the media's coverage of President Donald Trump is negative. You heard it right, folks, negative. Let me take this off real quick. Okay, now we're good. So 90% of whatever is covered of the media is negative on President Donald Trump. Below are the winners of the 2017 Fake News Awards. Number 1, the New York Times. Paul Krugman claimed on the day of President Trump's historic landslide victory that the economy will never recover. And that's very, very true. That's what he said. It will never recover. He said it will never, all of these tax cuts and anything, it will never happen. That's exactly what he said. Number 2, ABC. Brian Ross chokes and sends market in a downward spiral with a false report that later on they had to turn around. Okay, so let's move on to the next one. And we have number 3, CNN falsely reported that candidate Donald Trump and his son, Donald J. Trump Jr., had access to hacked documents from WikiLeaks, which was 100% false. As you guys can see. Number 4, Time falsely reported that President Trump removed a bust of Martin Luther King Jr. from the Oval Office. So that's very, very, very false. It turned out that it wasn't taken away. It was just moved to a different spot. That's all it was. Number 5, the Washington Post falsely reported that President's massive sold-out rally in Pensacola, Florida was empty. Dishonest reporters showed empty areas hours before the crowd started to pour in. So that's the Washington Post. Number 5. Number 6, CNN. CNN falsely, again, like always, falsely edited a video to make it appear that President Trump defiantly overfed fish during a visit with the Japanese Prime Minister. Japanese Prime Minister actually led the way with that type of feeding. And it's very true. In the video, you could see that the Japanese Prime Minister was the one that threw the whole thing first. And then it was President Trump that did the exact same thing. President Trump did it only because the Prime Minister, Abe, was the one that did it first. Okay. So we're going on to number 7. CNN falsely reports about Anthony Scaramucci's meeting with a Russian, but retracted it due to significant significant breakdown in the process. Okay. Number 8. Newsweek falsely reported that Polish First Lady Agata Duda did not shake President Trump's hand. That's from Newsweek. So Newsweek is number 8. Number 9. CNN falsely reports that former FBI Director James Comey would not dispute President Trump's claim that he was told he is not under investigation. So that's number 9, folks. Number 10. This is number 10. The New York Times falsely claimed on the front page of the Trump administration had hidden a climate report. It says New York Times guilty of large screw up on climate change story. So I guess they called them out on this. Fake news, folks. Very, very fake news. Number 11. So we're up to number 11. And last but not least, Russia collusion. Russia collusion is perhaps the greatest hoax perpetrated on the American people. There is no collusion at all, folks. Absolutely none. Okay, absolutely no collusion at all. All right, so it says, while the media spend 90% of the time focused on negative coverage or fake news, the president has been getting results. So these are the results of the president. So let me do something real quick here. So you guys can see this with me. Here are the results of the president in the time that he's been in office. It says, while the media spent 90% of the time focused on negative coverage and fake news, the president has been getting results. Number 1, the economy has created over 2 million jobs and gained over 8 trillion in wealth since the president's inauguration. Number 2, African Americans and Hispanics are enjoying the lowest unemployment rate in record history. Number 3, the president signed historic tax cuts and relief for hardworking Americans not seen since President Ronald Reagan. Number 4, the President Trump's plan to cut regulations has exceeded 2 out of every 1 in, meaning 2 out, 1 in, mandate, issuing 22 deregulatory actions for every 1 new regulatory action. You guys see that? And number 5, the president has unleashed an American energy boom by ending Obama-era regulations, approving the Keystone Pipeline, auctioning off millions of new acres of energy exploration, and opening up ANWR. Number 6, ISIS is in retreat, having been crushed in Iraq and Syria. Number 7, President Trump followed through on his promise to recognize Jerusalem as the capital and the state of Israel and instructed the State Department to begin to relocate its embassy. Number 8, President Trump encourages more members of nations for paying their fair share for common defense in the NATO alliance. So basically he's saying, you know what, you guys are not paying enough. You guys need to start paying up, and they have. As you guys remember, Norway was at the White House, I think a week ago, and she said herself, you know what, now we're paying our fair share to NATO, and we're making NATO stronger, and we're making sure that everything stays up to par and paying our fair share. Number 9, signed the Veterans Accountability and Whistleblower Protection Act to allow senior officials in the VA to fire failing employees and establish safeguards to protect whistleblowers. And number 10, President Trump kept his promise and appointed Associate Justice Neil Gorsuch to the U.S. Supreme Court. So yeah, folks, that was the Fake News Awards for 2017. So I'm recording this right now. So if you're watching this after it's uploaded, let us know what you guys think in the comment section below. I'm going to be doing it one more time just for those that didn't see it or have just tuned in. So please subscribe to the channel, click the notification bell, and also give this video a thumbs up. Thank you very much for watching. All right, so that was the part that's going to be uploaded to the channel just in case anybody missed it right now. So let's start over again. Highly anticipated 2017 Fake News Awards. So let's see it so you guys can also read it with me. And we're going to be starting off right here. 2017 was a great year for unrelenting bias. 2017 was a year of unrelenting bias, unfair news coverage, and even downright fake news. Studies have shown that over 90% of the media's coverage of President Trump is negative. Below are the winners of the 2017 Fake News Awards. And we're starting off with number 1. And we have the New York Times. The New York Times' Paul Krugman claimed on the day that President Trump won in a historic landslide victory that the economy will never recover. Very, very fake news, folks. Number 2, ABC News' Brian Ross chokes and sends markets in a downward spiral with false report. Remember, they had to retract that report, put in an editor's note, and also I think he got suspended for doing that. All right, so we go to number 3. CNN falsely reports that candidate Donald Trump and his son Donald Trump Jr. had access to hacked documents by WikiLeaks. If you guys can remember that. Number 4, Time falsely reported that President Trump removed the bust of Martin Luther King Jr. from the Oval Office, when in reality it was just moved. It was never removed. It was just moved to another spot. Number 5, Washington Post falsely reports that President's massive sold-out rally in Pensacola, Florida was empty. Dishonest reporter shows pictures of empty arena hours before the crowd started to pour in. Number 6, CNN falsely edits a video to make it appear President Trump defiantly overfed fish during a visit with the Japanese Prime Minister. Japanese Prime Minister actually led the way to that feeding. As you guys can see that. Remember that video? That's what they showed. This is exactly what happened. The Prime Minister of Japan threw everything in first. Then President Trump poured everything in. You see that? Let's go on to the next one, number 7. And we got CNN falsely reports about Anthony Scaramucci's meeting with Russians, but retracted it due to significant breakdown in process, which was actually all 100% fake news. We got number 8. Here it is. Number 8, Newsweek falsely reports that the Polish First Lady Agata Duda did not shake President Trump's hand, and that's 100% false. She did, but they went in for a second one and it didn't work out. So it was just like she wanted to shake Melania Trump's hand, and President Trump thought that, you know, she was going to shake his hand. So it was just a little oops, but it wasn't like she was didn't want to do it, you know. So it was all fake news. Number 9, CNN falsely reports that former FBI Director James Comey would dispute President Trump's claim that he was told that he is not under investigation 100% false, and they had to retract it. Number 10, the New York Times falsely claims on the front page that the Trump administration had hidden a climate report, which was very, very false, folks. And as you guys can see on there, it says the New York Times guilty of large screw up on climate change story. That's what the Washington Post called the New York Times out on it on their front page. And number 11, last but not least, Russia collusion. Russia collusion is perhaps the greatest hoax perpetrated on the American people. There is no collusion. Absolutely no collusion. So out of all of these, from 1 to 11, let's see who has the most fake news coverage out of everybody. So make sure that you guys keep a tally and help me out here. Number 1 is the New York Times. Number 2 is ABC News. Number 3 is CNN. Number 4 is Time. Number 5 is the Washington Post. Number 6 is CNN. Number 7 is CNN. Number 8 is Newsweek. Number 9 is CNN. And number 10 is the New York Times. So, by my calculation, CNN is the fake news, completely and utterly fake news out of all of them. Out of all of them, CNN took 2017 Fake News Award of the Year. Yep, I think it was CNN. Let us know who was it? CNN? Or was it the New York Times? I think the New York Times got 2 or 3, but CNN got almost 4. President Trump just tweeted something else right now. Let me show you guys real quick. So President Trump put, ISIS is in retreat. Our economy is booming. Investments and jobs are pouring back into the country, and so much more. Together, there is nothing we can't overcome, even the biased media. We are making America great again. Let me see, are they still overloaded, or are they able to get through now? I think they're still overloaded. People are like really trying to get in, and they just can't. So thank you so much to the person that sent me this. We were able to cover it and we're able to read it. If it wasn't for you, then who knows how long it would have took us to read this and cover it here at Golden State Times. So thank you so much to, let's see, give me 1 second. Thank you so much, Amy. And again, I said I was going to follow you, and I'm going to follow you. There you go. Thank you so much, Amy, for that link. Oh, they have it on Fox News. That's funny. If you just joined us, we are going to be uploading it later on today. We covered it twice already. And we're on our way to wrap it up. But before we do that, we're going to be seeing what is going on Twitter, how people are getting triggered right now. Let me retweet this real quick because Norm sent it saying thank you so much. But people are getting like massively triggered on this. New York Times Paul Krugman headlines Trump's fake news awards. Yeah, so thank you so much to Amy for the link. Again, a lot of people are like extremely triggered right now. How many people are even watching on the channel right now? I haven't even checked. I know there was like 15,000 before. Well, right now there's 9,000. But yeah, we're trying to figure out how many people are triggered. Again, number 6 is CNN falsely accusing the president and that the video that was edited. Thank you so much to all the people that use the super chat to help us out. You guys are amazing. Fake News Awards. We stream them here live at Golden State Times. Thank you very much to Deuce Neal. Again, we're going to be uploading it on our channel in case you missed it. We actually got a screenshot of it sent by one of our viewers. If you are new to the channel, subscribe. As you guys can see, people are triggered. President Trump did deliver, even if he didn't come out and, did it himself or whatever. That post that he made, it pretty much made my day, and I'm pretty sure it made yours. And to be honest with you, the president, what he worries more about and what he cares the most about is the economy, because he knows 100% that if we have a good economy, it means that we're going to have a good nation, folks. That is what it's all about. If you have a good economy, you have jobs. If you have a good economy, you have people that are going to be able to afford stuff, that they're going to be able to go out and do things, have fun with their families. That's what it's all about. And that's what I care about too. That's what the president cares about. His number one thing is the economy. It's always been that way. Thank you very much to Ray Hugel. It says Golden State Times, a beacon of freedom from the loony left land of silliness. Yeah, folks, we're like in the middle of it all. We are in crazy California here, but we're trying to do our best. We're trying to make sure that California, wakes up and goes back to what it used to be. And we hope that you guys help us by spreading the word about Golden State Times, by going out there, sharing our streams and all that stuff. So yeah, folks, the 2017 Fake News Awards was given number 1 to the New York Times, but the one that got the most of them out of the 11 was CNN. That was the one that got the most of them. That's funny. Says Fake News Awards sounds like an award event you create on your workplace because you don't have much to do. I'm pretty sure that an episode of The Office where Michael Scott does this, oh shit, The Office, the White House, we are screwed. I never seen The Office, so I don't know what they're talking about. But if you have seen The Office, then I'm pretty sure you get this reference. Congratulations, CNN, for winning the 2017 Fake News Awards. It's very well deserved. We wish that you guys win next year too. Oh, okay. This is the one that I was talking about earlier. You guys see this? They're around the same age. Both of them. Okay, how old is Bill Clinton? Let's see. Yeah, so Bill Clinton is 71 years old. And President Trump, he's going to be 72. Yeah, so he's going to be 72 in June. June 14th, 1946. That's his date of birth. And Bill Clinton is going to be 72 in August. So his birthday is August the 19th, 1946. And look at the difference between them. Isn't it crazy how, look at Bill Clinton. He looks like hell. He looks like the Crypt Keeper. You know, Crypt Keeper and Bill Clinton, you know, he actually, Bill Clinton, hold on, let me put up the Crypt Keeper real quick. And you guys make a comparison to see how, you know, the difference between them. Oh yeah, look at this. Yep. It's on point. Look at that. I can't even tell between them. Who's who? Crypt Keeper? I'm sorry. Crypt Keeper? Bill Clinton? Crypt Keeper? Bill Clinton? Nope. There's no difference there. Maybe the hairdo. I think that's the only difference between them is the hairdo. But yeah, so they're the same age, and Bill Clinton just looks really bad. President Trump, look at him. He looks, honestly, he looks like a 60-year-old man. He looks 10 years younger than what he really is. But that's one of the things that I wanted to show you earlier, but I couldn't find it. I'm just reading everybody's comments. Oh boy. Has President Trump tweeted anything else after that? No, not yet. Oh. Where was I? Oh, okay, here we go. Oh yeah, this is another thing too that they did during the campaign. Is where they were showing that Hillary Clinton had a lot of people around her when in reality it was like this. So this was the expectation of the fake news, and this was its reality. There was nobody there. I actually went to one in California, and it was exactly like that. So they're not lying. And this is the thing that that we just read. As you guys can see, the server was overloaded, folks. It was insane. But yeah, folks, so I'm going to be uploading this on the channel right now so people that missed it can see it. If you guys like this live stream, give it a thumbs up. Also, make sure you subscribe to the channel. If you want to help us by contributing, you can guys use the super chat, or there's links for contribution in the links in the description below. So thank you very much for joining us. Again, I'm going to be uploading it on the channel in case you missed it. I'm going to be putting it up on the website in case you guys missed it, goldenstatetimes.com. So make sure that you guys join us for that. And thank you very much, everyone, for tuning in. Thank you so much for tuning in here at Golden State Times. Thank you so much to the moderators. You guys are amazing. And yeah, folks, I'll see you guys tomorrow. More live streams, more information, more truth, more posts on our website and here at on our channel. So thank you so much. Peace. Have a good night, everyone. And thank you so much to the moderators for your help and your support. Thank you so much to those that shared the live stream on social media that I saw a whole bunch of posts. Thank you for that. Also, thank you so much to the people that that donated on PayPal. You guys are amazing. Thank you so much for that. I don't know if you want me to say your names or not, so that's why I don't do it. But I just would like to thank, you know who you are. So thank you so much for all of your support. Again, if you guys missed it, it's going to be uploaded on the channel. And it's also going to be uploaded on our website, goldenstatetimes.com. Again, that's goldenstatetimes.com. www.dishonest.com. Thank you.